Hey, question for you. Are you like me? And when winter comes around in your area, you don't get to play disc golf as much? If the answer is yes, then this video is probably for you. Today we're going to talk about something that's disc golf related that you can still do through the winter to ease those winter blues and keep that mental game strong. If you guessed that this video was going to be about disc dyeing, probably by the thumbnail, then you're correct. Disc dyeing is the perfect way to ease those winter blues and to do something involving disc golf that still can keep your mind on the game and also keep your mind off of not playing the game. The other reason I think this is a really cool thing to do through the winter to help ease those winter blues is because colors can affect the brain in different ways. And I just think, much like coloring when you're a kid, this is a cool way involving disc golf to play with colors and do a fun art project. And it really does calm the brain down. And using certain colors, scientifically, maybe, I don't know how much the studies really prove it, but different colors can trigger certain emotions or certain feelings. And I think that's really cool to think about, especially when you think about how those colors could trigger those calming things in the brain when you're out on the course and you're having a hard time or something. Who knows? But regardless, if you're dyeing the disc to have a calm thing to see on the course or just to have fun with it, I think we can all agree that messing around with art and having a fun project to do is something that can get us by through the winter. So let's get started.
Alright, so the discs that we're going to be using today is the Doomsday Flat Earth and the Clash Discs Popcorn. So the first step is washing the discs off. This just makes sure that there's no mud or debris or anything that's going to get in the way of the dye sticking well to the disc. Even if it's a new disc, sometimes there's a film or like a protective coating on the plastic. So new discs should also be washed for the best result as well, just to be safe. Next, you also want to make sure you dry the discs off, just so the water doesn't get in the way or make the dye run when you put the disc down in the dye. Okay, so this next part is optional depending on the disc you're dyeing and the stamp that's on it. But what I'm going through and doing now is putting a layer of glue over everything that I don't want dyed. This will just make the stamp pop, and then later, if I want to, I'll be able to dye the stamp its own intentional colors. This part is very tedious, but I find a lot of enjoyment in this because it makes me sit down and slow down. Here's the disc with the glue stamp finished. Now we're just going to let it dry. Alright, while that dries, we're going to dye the Popcorn by Clash, and the first step is pouring the glue and just making sure it's all even. Next, you just layer your dyes down in whichever way that you find fun and that you think would look cool with dyeing a disc. I would love to give a huge shout out to the channel and Instagram page Dyes by Red, because he posts a lot of his processes and I've learned so much from watching his content, and this design that you'll see today is definitely one that I learned from watching his channel. What we're doing though is just layering all the dyes over the glue to make sure there's no glue exposed and trying to leave the colors that we want most visible on top. Alright, so now you take a toothpick and put your desired pattern into the dye. I'm choosing the Lazy Wave, which is a very popular one that Dyes by Red does. I think it looks super cool from the moment I saw it, so we're going to give it a shot. And now we're going back through each section we just made to pull out a different pattern. go follow Dyes by Red to see a much better version of what I'm trying right now. But once you get your desired pattern, then you just put the disc down and wait for it to dry. This is what we're working with. Super excited to see how it turns out. Okay, so now we're gonna lay the dye down for the Doomsday Flat Earth. So again, we're just gonna layer all the dye, the colors that we want, and we're gonna just try and get no glue showing through the colors. So for this disc, I wanted to try a swirly pattern. So not much to that one other than just swirling the dye around until you find a pattern that looks cool to you. And resettle with that. Alright, so now we put the disc down, and you also don't want to put it flat down. You want to start on one side and just kind of like lean it into the other side, and that'll get your best results.
Alright, got my dyes here. It's the next day. I'm gonna do a quick reveal where I'll slide some of the dye off so we can see it, but then I'll rinse them off and do a full reveal after we get them all finished and washed up. Alright, we got the dyes all finished, and it's time for the official reveal. And here they are. I'm really excited with how these turned out, and yeah, I thought about filling some of this in, but I don't want it to take away from how much it pops with all the colors behind it. I don't want it to blend too much, so I'm leaving this blank for now. I don't know if I'll fill it in later or not, but I like how this looks a lot. And this one I'm going to show outside actually, because it just doesn't do it justice without the sun shining through it. Look at that thing. That thing turned out great.
And I had to show this one outside too because the details just pop so much more.
So in conclusion, I definitely think that disc dyeing helps with the winter blues and helps keep your mental game up through the winter. And I had a lot of fun with this, and I definitely really enjoyed seeing all the swirly colors and playing around and just feeling like a kid again doing a fun art project. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Remember to take care of yourself, check in on your loved ones, and I'll see you on the next.